Hi everyone, welcome to Lola's Frugal Life. This is episode number 306, and this is my weekly meal plan episode. So please stick around for a few quick words from our sponsor and we'll get right into the show. Hi everyone, welcome to my weekly meal plan episode. Each week in this episode, I just share with you what's on my meal plan for my family for the upcoming week. I also create a blog post which has links to any of the recipes that I mentioned in the episode if you're looking to make any of these specific meals. The reason I do this is just to share with you what I'm making, and maybe you'll hear something that you want to make, or maybe it'll just motivate you to get your meal plan together. I really love meal planning because it's made my life so much easier with not having to figure out what's for dinner every night, and I use a meal rotation plan so that I kind of build my meal plans every day as I go. I'll know I make something every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks or whatever, and then I have a theme for each night. So I don't spend a whole lot of time meal planning, but I always have a meal plan. So this week's meal plan starts on Saturday, May 28th. So for Saturday, I am doing baked teriyaki chicken. Sorry, I just lost my thing there. So the baked teriyaki chicken, so that's from allrecipes.com. And this I may or may not regret if it's really hot out that day, because it does bake for a while in the oven. It's 60 minutes, and it's not something I would normally make in the summer. But I haven't made it in a while, and I had put it on my meal plan, and sometimes I make little mistakes like that, not really thinking of the what the temperature might be, because that's going to be Memorial Day weekend and it might be really hot. But either way, I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to make that, and then that recipe probably will be put on the side until we get closer to fall. But it's really good. It's made with boneless chicken thighs, and you make a teriyaki sauce and bake it in the oven, and the chicken just comes out really good. And then on the side, I'm going to make some cauliflower rice. I happen to have in my freezer a bag of the cauliflower rice that you just stick in the microwave to steam it. And I've been meaning to use that up, so I'm going to use that to go on the side with that. And then I'm also going to do, the recipe says roasted rainbow vegetables in the air fryer. It's on allrecipes.com, but it's basically just a combination of peppers, squash, zucchini, mushrooms, onion, and then you season with olive oil and salt and pepper and cook it up in the air fryer until the vegetables are all roasted. So that is for Saturday. For Sunday, I'm just going to be doing some grilled chicken on the grill. I just take some chicken breast and slice them, kind of in thinner type cutlets, and then just marinate them in a little bit of oil, olive oil and white wine vinegar, and then season them with the McCormick chicken, I think it's called, or Montreal chicken. Montreal chicken seasoning. And just let those marinate for a little while, and then just throw them on the grill. And then for sides, I'm going to be doing classic macaroni salad, which is from allrecipes.com, and then Mexican bean salad, which is also from allrecipes.com. The Mexican bean salad is one of my favorites that I always make in the summer, and you can kind of use it for a dip with chips if you want to, also for leftovers. It's got black beans and kidney beans and cannellini beans, and then it's got cut up peppers, and then it has frozen corn, and then it has an oil and vinegar and lime and lemon and sugar type dressing on it. So I think it's really good. Definitely one of my go-tos that I usually make in the summer when we're grilling. So that's for Sunday. For Monday, I'm going to be doing steak. We do steak once every 4 weeks on a Monday. So this Monday I'll be doing steak. So I usually make ribeye steaks. I really like how they come out. I feel like they're pretty easy to cook. I'm not very great at cooking steaks, so I like to cook ones that pretty much always come out good. So I'll be doing that. For the steak, I just marinate it in olive oil and red wine vinegar and some Montreal steak seasoning. And then in the winter, I put it under the broiler. In the summer, I just throw it on the grill. And then for a side, I'm going to be doing vegetarian tater tot casserole, which is from allrecipes.com. This is pretty much where you just take some frozen tater tots, and then you make a mixture of sour cream, cheddar cheese, and cream and mushroom soup, and layer it over the top of the tater tots, and it bakes in the oven to make a tater tot casserole. And then I'm going to be doing a bagged salad with that too, the kind that you buy at the store that has the toppings and the dressing included. So that'll be for Monday. For Tuesday, we always do a Mexican theme meal, and this Tuesday is my favorite one, which is basically like homemade chipotle, bowls, so I don't have a recipe really to share for that. But what I do is I just take chicken breast and I cut it into small bite-sized pieces, and I toss it with a little bit of olive oil and some seasoned salt and some chili powder, and then I just broil it under the broiler until it's like cooked to the consistency that I want. And then, because I like to get it like a little overcooked, where like it's like a little crispy, almost more like a grilled chicken. And then I just cook up like some brown rice, and I heat up some black beans, and then I put out some shredded cheddar and some sour cream and avocado and all that kind of stuff. And then everyone can make their own like Chipotle style bowls. So that's for Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm going to be doing bacon wrapped barbecue shrimp, which is from allrecipes.com. It seems like every recipe this week is from allrecipes.com. I do get a lot of recipes from there. But this is a really simple shrimp that you bake in the oven. And you're supposed to season it with barbecue seasoning and then wrap it with bacon. I just actually season it with seasoned salt and chili powder. That's kind of like my go-to seasoning for that type of thing. And then for the bacon, I just cut the bacon up into little squares, and then I just layer it all over top of the shrimp. And then on the side, I'm going to actually be trying a new recipe, which is called Mexican white rice from allrecipes.com. It's basically like white rice with like peas in it and corn and carrot and butter and milk, and I don't know. I've never made it before, but it looked like it'd be a good recipe, so I'm going to try that as a side with the shrimp. And then I'm also going to do air fryer Brussels sprouts from allrecipes.com. It's really easy. You just take the Brussels sprouts and cut them in half, toss them with some seasoning, and throw them in the air fryer until they're cooked. So that will be for Wednesday. Thursday, we always do either breakfast for dinner or soup and grilled cheese, because that's the night I go food shopping. So this Thursday, we're doing breakfast for dinner. So I'm doing turkey bacon in the oven, which is from branded.com. It's not really a recipe. It's more just it tells you how to cook the turkey bacon in the oven, or regular bacon. You could do the same way. I just find it so much easier to bake the bacon in the oven rather than cook it in a frying pan. And ever since I started doing it this way, that's how I always cook it now. It still comes out crispy, and I think it comes out really good. So that's how I cook it. And then I'll just be doing some scrambled eggs and some home fried potatoes in the air fryer. I just take some potatoes and dice them up, and then cut up some peppers and onions and mix it all together. Drizzle it with some olive oil and salt and pepper, and throw it in the air fryer until the potatoes are at a good consistency, like so that they're tender enough to eat. Like, I like them a little overcooked when I do the potatoes, peppers, and onions, like where they are like browned. Not overcooked, but like a little like extra cooked. So I don't even really have a time. It seems like it really depends on the potatoes, and I don't always get them cut up the exact same size as the previous time I made it. So I just kind of turn the air fryer on for I usually start with 15 minutes and then just kind of check it and see about how much longer I think it needs. And then I just kind of keep adding time until it's at the right doneness. So that's Thursday. So the last meal on the meal plan is for Friday. I can't remember if I've ever actually made this recipe before, but I had it in my meal planning app, so I'm going to try it. If I have made it, it's probably been a really long time, but it's called broccoli chicken divine, and it's from allrecipes.com, and it's pretty much like a casserole type dish with broccoli and cut up chicken, cream of broccoli soup, milk, cheddar cheese, and that's pretty much it. And it's just kind of like a one dish type meal. I'll probably maybe make some rice to go on the side with it, because I feel like it's going to need, it probably would actually go really good on top of rice. So I might make some rice to go with that meal. And that's it. That's it for this week's meal plan. So don't forget, you can find links to any recipes that I mentioned in the meal plan on my blog post at lolasfrugallife.com. And you can always email me with any questions or suggestions at lolasfrugallife@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at lolasfrugallife. And if you want to join our private listeners group, you can find that at facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. If you enjoy the show, please make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen from. And I would really love it if you would screenshot the show and tag me on Instagram so I can see you're listening, and also so you could share it with your friends if you think that this might be something that they'd be interested in. Also, if you can please take a couple of seconds to rate and review the podcast, that would be really helpful to me. Those ratings and reviews are what help boost the show in search results when people are looking for something like this to listen to. Also, if you're interested, there's a link in the show notes to financially support the podcast if that's something you're interested in. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a really awesome day. Are you in the mood to learn something new? Well, Skillshare is now offering 1 month free of Skillshare Premium. Unlock a passion, side hustle, or new professional skill with thousands of classes in design, business, and more. Start your 1 month free trial now by using the link within the podcast notes for this episode. There's no commitment and you can cancel at any time. So why not go ahead and learn a new skill that you have always wanted to have?